Welcome back to Jenkins Boat Works. I am Chuck Jenkins. This is a bit of a supplemental episode in that I've realized I may have a problem with my seat supports. So in the process of putting the coaming boards in, I've been sitting on the seats. And you may remember that we did that steam bent oak support in the middle there. That's at frame 13. I'm getting a real uneasy feeling about these seats. So I put in a couple of extra little supports on the ends, just more oak. And I just, maybe you can see that underneath there, I just glued and screwed those into the existing seat cleats. And I did it here, and I did it after as well. And that one even still clamped. The problem is it's still creaking, and I can feel that bent oak down there flexing just a little bit. I went off my keto diet last year, and I'm back up to about 200 pounds, and I do not want to be sitting on these seats and break one, or I just don't want to feel like I have to be easy on them. I want them to be strong and sturdy. I'll show you what I mean with how this is creaking and then what I'm thinking to do about it. This is this Jatoba wood, and it's very strong, and I don't think that there's any chance it would break, and I'm probably fine with this, but listen to this. I can't deal with it. So I should be able to do these pretty much equidistantly. So we know the bulkhead is frame 7, so there's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the bent oak is at 13. So if I go halfway in the middle of that, we'll come to, I believe, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. That'd be 3 in front of that one. And then if we split the difference in the back, there's 14, 15, and 16. So let's put one at 16. That's pretty much centered underneath the after part of the seat. So I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, now I'm going to try to laminate these instead of steam bend them. And how am I going to get those curves? And so I'm thinking of different ways to spile it. And then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I've still got the frames. The original frames that we bent, those bent ribs around are still out in my barn. By the way, if you want to build this boat and you want those molds, they are free to a good home. All right, so I went out to the barn and I had to pick through them until I found 16 and 10, but this is the exact curve coming down through the bilge for 16, and there's the exact curve for number 10. So I'm going to cut those out, figure out what the angle is up underneath the seat, and then I should be able to cut some thin pieces of oak and just glue them up with epoxy. I'm going to make 2 for number 10, and we'll make 2 for 16. And that way we're going to put in 2 more supports on each seat, and that should really stiffen those up to where even if they creak a little bit, I won't be afraid of them. So got the coaming in really good, and I put some little pieces on the outside just to kind of cover up that joint. On the other side, I actually put some thickened epoxy in there, and that joint sealed up really nice, and I'm not even going to put a covering piece on it. I'm fine with it just like it is. Okay, I just kind of played paper dolls. It's just a poster board. And that's at number 10. It's up neatly up under the seat, and the curve is right on the frame. And then it was easy. And then 16 was a little more difficult, but we got it too. And it's good enough to where I can now make a mold that I can laminate some real thin pieces of oak around. And I don't have to do much. That support there is only about 3/4, maybe 7/8 of an inch thick, square. So anyway, pull those out of there and figure out a way to make a mold for them, and then we'll just laminate up. So I've got these pieces here that are about 3/8 of an inch thick, and I've got them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how they came off of the board when I cut them. You can maybe see how thick they are there. And I'm going to use 3 each. So we're going to make 2 seat supports out of these 6 pieces. And now here's our molds for this. And I've got it marked as number 16, and these are identical. And basically what I did is I took my number 16 frame seat pattern and I put it on here. I cut these pieces of 2x out, and basically I've got a mold. So I thought that I maybe could just laminate these together, but these are really tight curves, and there's no way that I could get this oak thin enough. Even if I did it as thin as I could, I still really seriously ran the risk of breaking, say, coming around a curve like this. It's just really tight. So I am going to steam them a little bit, and we're going to steam in the bag like we've done before. And my wallpaper steamer's already rolling. I've got steam making in there. Now I got to shut this off and load all the wood in the plastic bag and put the end of the steam tube in there and get it sealed up. I don't think we'll have to steam for very long. Probably 20 minutes might do it. They say an hour per inch of thickness, and we're only 3/8 inch thick. So anyway, those are about 23 inches long, so we way more long enough. So I'm gonna basically bend 3 at a time around these molds, both of these molds, and clamp them down, and then we'll let them sit. And then once they're, give them 24, 48 hours, then we'll pull the clamps off and then glue them up and put them back on there and let the glue set. And hopefully then we'll have supports that we can put into frame 16, which is 3 past where the one is there at 13. That didn't take long. A little bit of steam escaping out of there, but that's actually okay. Look how inflated that is. So we've got good steam in there. I think if we go 20 minutes or so, we're probably going to be plenty. Just using this little wallpaper steamer. I do like steaming wood, it's so fun. We were losing a little bit of steam out of here, but that's actually one of the best steaming. I mean, like, I feel like I got more steam in this maybe than I have in some other recent efforts. Okay, now, well, this is going to be really hot. They feel pretty pliable, that's good. Now I want these 3 there. I try to keep them in order in here. Okay, so here's 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so I'm just going to put them on there like that. Matched up. Come on this side. This has got some. going pretty good. I wouldn't have any problem bending that at all. Get it down there. I've got a little gap in there, but it's not bad. That's 3 pieces. Let's see if we can just pull that together with that right there. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's really good. Okay. And those are stacked, and that's just the way that came off the saw, just like that. See how closely and neatly they fit together. All right. Let's put that on there. I'm glad I'm wearing the gloves. This feels hot. Going really good. I need some other clamps. Try not to get your glove stuck in the clamp. I was trying to split right there. I need a different clamp. If in doubt, get a big one. I fixed that. All we gotta do is just tighten this up. I'm really good with it. That's good. We may take the hammer and bang those down just a little bit. Just make sure they're flush. Pretty good. Pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. We got both of them. I may try to pull that in just a hair. I really did fuss with these, but you can see here that we got these extremely tight and wrapped around these molds, and they're clamped down really well. Really quite happy with it.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.